Now, that's only a small taste of Kabbalah and the Tree of Life, so I encourage you to look it up on the internet. It's plentiful on the internet. There's a lot of information, but what I want to leave you with is kind of a summary. The first real mention of the Tree of Life, of these Sephirot, is the Sefer Bahir. That was in the late 1100s. There was a lot going on. Kabbalah essentially sprouted in France, in Provence, France, and it spread over the next century into Spain. Now that was the Sefer Bahir, which went into more detail, itemizing and explaining each Sephirah, each vessel. But before that, according to academic research, they guess that the Sefer Yetzirah, which is the Book of Formation, can be dated earlier to about 2,000 years ago, around the first century. I'm not sure when exactly it was written. I just want to say that it doesn't mention the Sephirot by name or go into detail. It just says that there are 10. It also talks about the importance of 12 and 3 and certain numbers and arrangements. But the Sefer Bahir actually itemizes and describes the meanings of the Sephirot. And then, of course, after that, I think it's maybe the 15, about a century later, you get the Sefer Zohar, which has a lot of diagrams, one of which is the 13-petaled rose, and that segues into a future video I want to get into. There's a researcher who started and maintained a website called Meru.org. I believe it's Meru.org. No, Meru.org, yes. And he has a series of videos on the internet. Also, I think Meru Foundation YouTube channel. He's now deceased, but the videos are still there, and there are several lectures in which he describes what he suspects is the overall model of the universe that these texts are describing. And the references he's found, he suspects, are also found in the Torah and other Jewish texts. So it's really exciting that if he's right, that the Kabbalah, as Jewish tradition claims, describes some very ancient model of the universe. Can I say model too many more times? Model of the universe and of the divine and how they operate. Jewish tradition says that these teachings go way, way, way back, but there's also the academic side that I like, that tries to understand when they were written, and take it out of a folktale sense, and try to see what the text, what the writers, I assume writers, were actually intending to describe. There's a book you might want to look up by the same author that started Meru.org. It's called The Alphabet That Changed the World, which describes a lot of the model. It's too much to describe here. In this video, I just wanted to give you a simple introduction to the Tree of Life. And since this is a kind of a self-help or understanding yourself better, I figured the Tree of Life, focus on that would get your attention, and then you can go on and explore further. And I'd like to explore in future videos, um, again, my understanding of where the Torah came from, because I'm assembling a timeline. I want to understand where the Torah came from, how it's structured, and um, whether it's true that it's teaching that Kabbalah goes at least as far back as Torah. So, with that having been said, I'll see if I can insert a diagram of the Tree of Life. If not, it's pretty easy on the internet to be able to find it. So until then, have a good weekend. And to my Jewish friends, I'm recording this on Shabbat. I know it's not exactly kosher. Shabbat Shalom. Good night. Goodbye.